I got into the subject of mobile phones, radiation and health around about the year 2000 when I had myself a mobile phone back then, and I noticed it was giving me headaches after I'd been talking on it for about 15-20 minutes at a time. So I got curious about this strange health effect because officially there was no problem with mobile phone radiation. And a couple of years later, my own parents, who had relocated from Denmark to England and bought a big house in one of the largest cities, got a mobile phone mast installed 28 meters from their own house. The main beam of this mobile phone mast was going straight through their living quarters. And my father, who's an engineer, thought of keeping a health log from the moment he learned about the installation of the mast. And we didn't know whether it was activated or not, but he kept a diary and recorded everybody's health along the way. And what was really curious, that we found that suddenly the symptoms, which were headaches and nausea to the point of vomiting, sleeping problems, and irritability and depression, they would suddenly disappear like the flick of a switch, and they'd be gone for about an hour and then come back on. So we got curious and thought that it might be someone working on the mast, but we didn't get confirmation of that until the telecommunications company released a log that showed that the mast had been shut down for repairs at exactly those times when the symptoms disappeared. So that really made the case for us. At the time, my parents were running their business from the house they lived in, so they were there 24/7, and they were being radiated by the mast round the clock. So they couldn't get away, and after 6 months of being radiated, they managed to buy a new house and move into an area with low radiation. But the problem is, once you've been radiated that much, you become electrohypersensitive, which means that you have kind of an allergy towards electromagnetic fields. And when you come in range of wireless equipment, you come into the fields from wireless equipment, you start feeling the symptoms, and it gets worse and worse. It's difficult to get better. So you have to remove yourself from the exposure completely. So that's what they did, but their health has been damaged. There's no question about that. What the science shows right now is that there indeed are adverse health effects from mobile phone mast radiation. And about 80% of the available studies show that the people experience symptoms like headaches, they get nausea, they have sleeping problems, they have irritability and depression, to name a few. And there are also done studies on cancer, and they show a 300 to 400% increase in cancer within the range of the mobile phone mast. The radiation from the mast is strongest where it hits the ground about 250 meters away from the mast. And that's where all the studies have found that people experience the worst effects.